Respected Toastmasters and guests, a warm good evening to one and all. Are you really a Mallu? The first time I got asked this question was back during my school days in Kuwait. One day after tuitions, we friends all decided to go out and have some shawarmas. So we went to the nearby Arabic restaurant and ordered some shawarmas. They brought the shawarmas, and along with the shawarmas, the waiter brought a plate filled with green chilies and kept on the table. Now we were confused, so we asked the waiter, "Bro, why have you brought all these chilies?" And he said, "Sir, that's complimentary. You guys like chilies, right?" And we said, "No, we don't." And he was like, "Are you guys really Mallus?" Now we were impressed and offended both at the same time. Impressed because this guy was a Lebanese guy and he somehow figured out that we were Mallus. And offended because he thinks we are some people who keep eating chilies. So we asked him for an explanation. And he said, "Aren't all Indians called Mallus?" And he told about the food. He was like, "I went to that Indian restaurant and ate food there. It burned in my mouth and then all the way to my stomach." We wanted to give him a befitting reply, but the smell of the shawarma, that was so intoxicating that it was even attracting all the flies in the neighborhood. So we decided to let him go. The second time I heard this question was years later when I was in college. Couple of us, we were standing in the corridor and discussing about something, when a non-Mallu colleague of us, a student, fellow batchmate, he came to us with an onion in his hand. And he asked us, "Bro, what is this called in English?" I said, "It's an onion." And then he asked the other guy. He also said, "It's an onion." And each time a person said it's an onion, he was surprised. And finally he asked, "Are you guys really Mallus?" Now we were genuinely confused. So we asked him, "What's up with that?" And he said, "Don't Mallus overpronounce their O's and their R's like onion and purse?" So then after that, my friend said, "Do you know what happens if you stereotype Mallus?" So he's like, "No, I don't know." They get beaten up. The third time I heard this question was again years later when I was working in Bangalore. I was staying with a non-Malayali roommate. And one day he came to me and said, "Hey bro," it was Sunday morning, and he said, "Hey bro, come, let's go somewhere." It was a Sunday morning. Anyway, I was bored in the room. So I said, "Yeah, cool, let's go." We got on his bike and he took me to a place. Can anyone guess where he took me? Anyone can unmute and just give
Mallu restaurant.
Sorry?
Mallu restaurant.
No. Anybody? Sunday morning.
Fish stall. Church. Fish stall.
Yeah, fish stall. He took me to a fish stall. It was a really crowded shop, and people were buying fishes and going and coming again, buying fishes like that. And we two people standing at one corner looking at all these dead fishes. Finally, the shopkeeper got so frustrated, he asked, "Guys, you want anything?" And then I turned to my roommate and asked him, "Dude, which fish do you want?" And he said, "Dude, you know about the fishes, no? Choose a fish." I said, "The only thing I know about fish is if you cook it and give it to me, I'll eat it. That's the only knowledge I have about fishes." And he said, "Dude, I thought," and that was the third time he asked me that question, "Are you really a Mallu?" I lost it. I asked him, "What has all these dead fishes got to do with me being a Mallu?" And he said, bro, I thought all Mallus are like encyclopedias of fishes. They know all about fish and everything. Well, this Mallu doesn't. The main problem with this question is it comes from a place of ignorance and prejudice. Many people, they assume some qualities of Mallus and they put that in a box. And if you're slightly different from that box, then immediately this question gets thrown at you. Now, hearing to my speech, all of you will be thinking, oh man, we Mallus, we have it all rough. Everyone stereotypes us, but we are good to other people. Unfortunately, that is also not true. What about, let me give you some examples. What about the word Andi that is used to refer to a Taplian person? Or the fact that we call people from Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, even people from Nepal as a Bengali. How weird is that? Toastmasters is an international organization, and we are definitely going to be people from different cultures, different countries, different languages. Let's not judge them based on prejudice and ignorance, but try to understand. They have a better character. They are different. They are unique, and they are sophisticated beings, just like us. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.